we watched the Patreon pick this week, which was, of course, the 2002 film Ballistic, Ecks versus Sever, as requested by Dread Pirate 46. And this, of course, is the movie about Ballistic, Ecks versus Sever. And there's like a bunch of explosions now. That's basically it. Tanner, what's your fun fact?
Fun fact, the first draft of this script was written in the 80s, and then it just kind of languished in production hell until someone finally decided to make it in the early 2000s.
Oh my gosh. That kind of explains a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, rankings. Speaking of explaining a lot. Alright, I guess I'll kick us off. I gave Ballistic Ecks vs. Sever a B- personally.
I'm pretty far down below you. I'm at a D+ right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm also at a D+.
Huh.
That's crazy. I give this one an 8 out of 10.
What'd you give it in letter ranks?
I guess that would probably average out to somewhere like a B+ or so.
Why'd you give it a number rating?
You know, I just wanted to be a little quirky this time around. Honestly, I'm surprised that Jackson Tanner didn't like it all that much. I'm rather surprised. You know, for its time, Ecks vs. Sever was pretty groundbreaking. Its visuals are what make it really stand out the most. It's easily one of the most graphically impressive games for the GBA, and while it may not boast the craziest story or anything, the gameplay is able to consistently run a solid 30 FPS, despite the game pushing the hardware to its limits.
Nico, what's your actual rating of this movie?
Movie.
I'll give it a D.
There we go.
Fair enough. Yeah, this movie is boring. The action scenes aren't terrible for what it is, but like they're not terrible, but also like as long as you're able to turn your brain off and believe that cars explode like that.
They feel like a little too choreographed a lot of the times. Like
I was gonna say, some of them, like the choreography of the like fights and stuff seem interesting at times, but like also the situations around all of these scenarios is just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That, you know, any amount of like interest I had in this, what's going on, is just immediately evaporating. Like the first scene where they're just trying to kill her in the middle of broad daylight in the city. That shit is baffling. It's so crazy.
Or like the last big fight where like at some point they get a chain and they just keep whacking the chain at like pipes or whatever. Like they're not even trying to hit the other guy. They're just like, check it, I have a chain.
Yeah, I was fading in and out of consciousness watching this one, to be honest. Also, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining it. I feel like Antonio Banderas, the main guy, I feel like his accent was kind of on and off throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he was trying to do an American accent, and sometimes he just said fuck it and had his normal accent.
Personally, I just didn't like Lucy Liu's expression throughout it. She just looked like she didn't want to be there at all.
She didn't have any expression. She was like a fucking robot the entire time.
Exactly, yeah.
Dude, she's basically salt. She's not supposed to feel emotions. She's just supposed to be a hyper killing machine.
Her performance is just so uninspired feeling. Even like her actual like fighting scenes, I didn't really feel like that crazy about. Granted, I think she was like the redeeming force of this movie for me, because I just like looking at her because she's hot. But other than, you know,
Base!
she was pretty whatever.
Is Lucy Liu a porn actress?
No.
I always assume she is, because she has a very porn actress name.
What the
Honestly, I'm just going to throw this out there. I know this is going to be a sin to my boy Fry from Futurama, but I just don't really see it personally. I'm not that into her.
I think she's a cutie patootie.
Okay.
Tweets
I think she's pretty hot.
So Dylan, why did you like this movie?
Dude, that's a great question. The audience didn't hear it back at home. There was a large bout of silence there that got truncated out because that's how we do things here. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't justify it. Me and
Dylan likes explosions.
That's actually what was like really funny is me and Jackson were talking about like how many, like this was like Michael Bay level of explosions, and we said at some point towards the end of the movie, it's like it'd be like this movie can't go 10 minutes without explosions. And then of course I just decided to test that theory, and in fact it did last 9.5 minutes before another explosion happened, and then a sequence of like 10 to 15 more explosions happened after that. So if I can credit this movie with one thing, their pyrotechnics team was pretty on point. I think the explosions were pretty kick-ass, but It's hard to fuck up explosions because if you do, somebody's dying, I think.
Dylan fucking loves Michael Bay.
I don't think I could tell you a Michael Bay movie off the top of my head if paid me.
That's crazy.
All of the Transformers films.
He made Transformers? That's crazy.
Christ.
Guys, you assume that I pay attention to who directs and, produce. I think throughout my history of movie watching, the only person I can probably effectively tell you that I know, directed and produced a movie is James Cameron of Avatar. That's about it.
That's not the pick I was expecting you to say.
Yeah, that's even sadder, frankly.
What movie did you guys think I was gonna say? And by who?
I don't know, I was expecting, Tarantino at the very least.
No, you guys always say something about a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I have no clue. My eyes glaze over when you guys start talking about that shit. I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
He doesn't know who Quentin Tarantino is.
You guys always point him out in movie reviews, I don't like his performance in this movie, because I know he's, one of the producers that likes to be in his own movies or whatever. You guys always,
he's the fucking director.
Whatever. You guys always point him out, and then I have no clue who you're talking about, so... I don't even know what the guy looks like, to be completely honest.
Christ.
Dude, we've made it, a couple hundred movies into this. Aren't you guys proud of me?
No.
God damn it. Fuck you, Jackson. What about you guys?
One day
guys
we'll be proud of you.
God damn it. Well, good thing I don't care. Man, I hate for this to be another one of those things, maybe I should just lower my ranking because I wasn't thinking at all. I was laughing at the movie, not with the movie. I was laughing at the movie. Very silly concepts to me.
Like what?
I like how casually the kid accepted kidnapping.
I did think that was very funny. The kid did not care.
Bro just fucking went with it.
He was super, bro, I was joking with Jackson. I was like, this kid's obviously had kidnapping happen on a regular basis for him. He just does not care. Yeah, there's a bunch of plot conveniences, I suppose. So there's also that, people missing their shots only when it's important to the plot. And then if it's the heroes, it's, 90% missing on the heroes.
The plot kind of revolved around the MacGuffin of this tiny nanobot that could inject a heart-stopping serum into you, right?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that was the point of the plot.
What is the point of that robot? If you already have to have it injected or shot into you, what is the point of having the robot do the killing when you already have to be in a position where you could just inject or actually shoot them?
So they can do a cool 3D animation effect when the guy dies.
It was not a cool 3D animation effect. I think it can be assumed that if we were to take it seriously, they find a way to secretly introduce it into somebody's body and then just kill. I think it was supposed to be implemented into medicines or something like that, because I'm pretty sure.
But the only way we ever see it used is via a syringe or a bullet.
That is true. I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure the evil guy was the head of a pharmaceutical company or something stupid like that. So,
Who
assuming
cares? This movie sucks.
I like the explosions.
It's not cool. bad, but it's just really boring, and I don't care.
It's crazy. Honestly, I was just trying to think of the summary. I was being candid. I don't remember fucking anything that happened in this
film
movie.
is incredibly forgettable.
It went in my brain and out it immediately once I finished watching. Is so fucking generic.
Damn. Well, it happened again. It happened.
I guess so. Are you lowering your rank, Dylan?
I'll be a little more sensical. Are we locking in? Is that?
I think we're done talking about this one. I'm gonna be sticking with my D+, which is meh.
Same.
I'm gonna go with my D.
I'll give it a C-.
Wowza.
And it lands at a D+ overall. How exciting.
Yay.